live here on YouTube. Now what I want to do is I'm going to drag this screen over to my alternative screen, my second screen, so that this broadcast window does not show here. That's because I want to use my other display, the display that's coming up on my board. I want to be showing that desktop. So we'll go ahead and move that over, and I'll move that all the way over. So now that's off my screen. You can go ahead and just assume that I'm still online, but now I'm seeing windows that were underneath. I'm going to minimize this one. And here we are in Photoshop, and this is where maybe you'd be starting your lesson. So you'd bring up the program that you want to present. And I'm going to go ahead and open up this picture, and this picture has major problems with it. You can see that there are lots of darkness here on the figures, and what we want to do is fix that darkness issue. And so what we want to do is showcase this image, this project, onto our desktop. So I need to go over to my live Google Chrome, and just to make you understand what we're doing here is we're going to do a screen share, and I'm going to tell it to screen share Photoshop, and I'm going to go ahead and click Start Screen Share and pull my window back over. Now, if you have it on the same window, right, your Google Hangouts will move back behind this, and you can actually see that that's behind it. But first, what we're going to do is go ahead and edit this picture and fix it. The way you'd want to fix something like this, where you have a non-linear shape that's dark, it's underexposed, you see you could turn up the exposure and brighten it up, but you see that brightens up everything else and we lose our cloud. So I'm going to double click that and tell it to go back to where it was. What I'm going to do is jump over to the filter that looks like a brush, and this is an adjustment brush. And the adjustment brush allows you to maneuver some of these features individually, so we can adjust things like exposure, contrast right here in that one spot. So I'm going to go ahead and make sure that my brightness and exposure are up pretty high. You can see how that's up pretty high right now. And I want to add a pin. So I'm just going to put a pin here in my figure. And what I want to do is make sure that we have our proper settings. We want to have auto mask checked. Auto mask is going to make it to where the image stays straight on, or the brightness stays straight on these parts of the image, and it doesn't brighten up other parts we don't want. So we're going to make sure auto mask is on. Then I just simply paint in, and I want to make sure that I don't have my cursor go outside the shape. Okay, and you can see how I can spend some time just brightening up the figures, right? All right, and so on. Now you want to make sure you don't put the cursor outside the shape. And obviously I'm doing this as a little quick demonstration, so it's not really important that we get it perfect. But if you were going to show mask, you could see that there are some spots where it didn't come through. If that's the case, what you do is fix those by turning off auto mask, making your size of your brush pretty small, and just go ahead and paint back over those really carefully, not going outside the edge. So you get there, get his ear, and so forth. And turn off the show mask, and you can see that we have gone ahead and done that. We'll go click Open Image, which is underneath. And now this will show up in Photoshop, and where you can see that it has been fixed. Now, obviously, I would have spent more time on that, making sure everything's exactly where it needs to be. But nevertheless, the lesson's over. Great. We'll go ahead and just minimize that. And then when I minimized it, notice that it brought the Google app straight back up. If I was using or at a computer closer, working on a computer, I would see that the little option over here on the left, these options, you just have to click back on the screen share again, and that would turn off the screen share. So at this point, what we've done is we've shown you how to actually bring up a video, make it record to YouTube. That desktop would have been saved as part of the broadcast on YouTube, and now I can use that as a lesson anytime I need. I can just point people to that lesson. We'll go ahead and stop the broadcast here.